Pokemon Presents just wrapped up showcasing all the latest information to be shared across all the different types of media that is currently and or upcoming for us to check out. The biggest piece of news aside from the glorious Mega Dragonite that was revealed in the Legend ZA portion of the presentation, I wanted to cater my focus on talking about Pokemon Champions. We officially got a release timeframe being 2026, which could potentially mean that we might just finish up another year of Gen 9 VGC, focus on Champions when it releases, most likely around the summertime, but keep in mind that's just me guessing, and then take the game to focus on the upcoming competitive formats, which would allow Generation 10 to be driven away from the focus of battling and to focus on other aspects of the game, whatever that could be. The information that was revealed has some promising potential. Players can bring in Pokemon from home, and if you don't own anything Pokemon related, then you can just recruit Pokemon in the game and add them to what appears to be your storage box. This confirms that this game has a free-to-play aspect catered to allowing players to practically allow anyone to just pick up this title and just get straight into it. A brand new currency feature called Victory Points, or VP for short, will allow you to spend this currency for not just recruiting Pokemon, but to also be able to spend this on other features the game has, such as training your Pokemon. This is a type of game that many people have been waiting for, and all the speculation regarding how the game will work is slowly becoming more true as the days go by. Being able to train your Pokemon in literally any way, shape, or form, from stats, natures, and even move pools, allows such easy access for people wanting to test teams, experiments, and so much more to discover what the best strategies can be used depending on the team composition you are making. This is the equivalent of Pokemon Showdown, yes, I won't deny that, but considering this might actually be used for official play means that accessibility to battling competitively will become so much easier than before, especially when you are taking the actual competitive scene into consideration. If the goal is to attract new players to try competing, then I think they are doing a great job doing so by showcasing these features so far. I also noticed that a new category was introduced called Extremely Effective. I assume this category is to indicate to the player that a particular move can be shown to be ×4 super effective depending on the target. As we see in the example, Moonblast being a fairy type move and can be used against a Hydreigon who is a dark and dragon type that both share the same weaknesses against fairy, would total the incoming damage to be ×4 rather than ×2 if the Hydreigon was just a dark type, for example. This is a level of help for new players that I totally stand behind to get them to learn the competitive aspect of things much easier and how to get them to critically think on certain plays they want to make. Another detail I noticed is that the HP bars are now shown to be percentages. This is huge for damage calculation purposes, especially for pros. To determine how much a percentage is done on a Pokemon, it's usually based on multiple different factors, being how the Pokemon is trained, and to physically see the percentage number would make it a bit easier to determine just what exactly your opponent is using and how exactly they are using that said Pokemon. However, there are a couple concerns that I have for this title that I figured I'd share, and you can let me know in the comment section if you agree and if you have anything else to say that's on your mind. The battles so far look exactly like any other 3D mainline Pokemon game. I was hoping for more cinematic or a more immersive experience. The camera angles are the same and the animations still lack a sense of flair to really get you invested into the battles, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that this is still just demo footage and that we actually see some drastic changes to this game if the selling point is for this game to be the one-stop shop for battling. I do not like the way the trainers throw their Pokeballs and how the Pokemon are animated to be sent out of the Pokeballs. It really just lacks creativity and can use some improvement. I want to heavily emphasize that the camera work for this type of game can be executed in a way to really make this battle simulator to be something very epic. If we really just don't see any of those improvements onto this sort of thing, I'm just going to be really disappointed if I'm going to be honest here. The Pokemon sprites are the same as Generation 9's, and I was just hoping that they would show something different with this approach and showcasing icons or something different rather than sprites, but that's just my personal nitpick. Lastly, we need an announcer for this game. It's hard to explain, but hearing an announcer commentating a battle in the game really adds the immersiveness that I was talking about before. So please, give us an announcer. I overall have high hopes for this game, but at the moment I feel very iffy, to be completely transparent with you guys. What are your thoughts on Champions so far though? Do you have the same concerns that I do? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to read through them. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you haven't yet already, then be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with these uploads and leave a like if you enjoyed. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.